legends, so here I am, minding my own business, right? Listening to the MMA interviews that happened after the awesome pay-per-view that we just had. You know, I'm trying to think of what video am I going to make for the boys today? What am I going to come up with today? Let me listen to everybody's interviews and see if I can find some golden nuggets or talk about TKO, boxing and Netflix actually coming together again. And while I'm going through the news feeds, I'm listening to the Ariel Helwani show because you always know there's going to be some good stuff there, especially when he has Joe Pyfer on. And as I'm listening to the interview, I think Joe Pyfer called your boy Dougie out, guys. I think Joe Pyfer called me out. Word for word, I think he wants to slap me. In today's video, we're going to be going through the Ariel Helwani, Joe Pyfer interview, and I'm going to be presenting my evidence to you guys because I need some help here. I don't want to come across like Kevin Holland-esque, you know, be all up in my ego. I don't want to be up in my ego here. I know damn well, right? I am not a delusional fighter, right? Like Joe Pyfer that doesn't understand why the fans hate him at all, right? I understand what I am. I'm a very, very small YouTube channel. However, Joe Pyfer's taken digs at a very small YouTube channel. So we're going to listen to the Ariel Helwani podcast. And I want you guys to tell me down in the comments, is Joe Pyfer calling me out? Because at first you'd be forgiven for thinking that he's talking about, you know, one of the big dogs, Lucas Tracy. And I notice how Lucas Tracy's starting to talk about how there's rioting going on at the Apex for John Jones not being signed to fight Tom Aspinall. I see you, Lucas. I see you, Joe. I see you, MMA industry, seeing your boy. But let's get into this. Let's get into this straight away, right? Because I knew, right, Joe Pyfer's going on an Ariel Helwani. There's going to be some golden nuggets here for us. And I wasn't disappointed. Straight away, there were some bloody golden nuggets. Joe Pyfer comes in wearing his saltiest jacket. Joe Pyfer comes in wearing the new UFC 316 New Jersey jacket. Ariel Helwani goes, my man, nice jacket.
Thank you, please, have a seat. They give you that?
Yeah, they gave me this.
Wow.
He goes, did they give you that jacket? They give you that jacket? He goes, yeah, they gave me this jacket. Listen to this.
Just because you're from Jersey or what?
Nah, unfortunately, everybody got it.
Everyone got it? Oh, I like it, though.
Yeah.
I like it.
I don't know how special it is if we all got it.
Well, you look fantastic. It's good to have you in.
Straight away, man. Straight away. That's a classic Joe Pyfer moment right there. Boom. Joe, that's a great jacket. That's a great jacket, man. Did you get that one or did everyone get that one? No, they gave it to everyone, so I guess it's not that special. This is why, Joe. This is why we all jump on your back. Nothing can be said to you without you twisting it into a bit of a negative, mate. But before we get into the evidence, right, I just thought there's just one little nugget there that I wanted to show you guys as well, just with the opening. It's just so poignant, right? It's straight away. You're going in 42 seconds in. Already Joe's had an off-the-cuff salty comment. But before we even get into him talking about how he listens to every single shred of MMA media that brings up his name, he's still complaining about the food in Mexico, man. He says that his stomach is still upset from the small, I don't know, the one meal that he had in Mexico that nearly killed him. Check this out.
Kind of dealing with some of the stuff from Mexico, like health-wise.
Stomach, man. Still now.
Still.
Yeah, still. So basically,
So how did it affect you with the weight cut and everything?
It was.
Still now, still, weeks later. I think it's been like 3 months since UFC Mexico. He talks about it during this interview, how it's upset his gut biome so much he can't even have a pizza anymore. Joe Pyfer can only have mum's cooking. If it's not mum's cooking, he can't eat it, right? We'll never see an episode of Cooking with Volk and Joe Pyfer because Volk will put a little bit of spice on it, you know? And Joe Pyfer will be like, not for me, man. Not for me. You know, like white guys don't like seasoning. Joe Pyfer wants boiled chicken and broccoli only. There's no flavor or fun in I guess Joe Pyfer he only wants a lightly salted steak. That's all Joe Pyfer can handle. Maybe some water with salt in it, bit of electrolytes in his water. That's all he can have. Might be able to have some salt and vinegar chips. That's all Joe Pyfer can eat, you know? Fish and chips with a bit of chicken salt. Fish and chips with a bit of chicken salt on it. That's all. Joe Pyfer's got a very sensitive gut biome now that he's been to Mexico for a day. But anyway, let's get into the fan stuff. So the conversation goes on and Joe's talking about how the fans are starting to turn on him. Check this out, man. Check this out.
What do you mean?
It's just stupid people. Because if you look at the guys that are saying it, I mean, I'm not going to say this dude's name because I can't fucking stand this guy. But, you know, there's a podcast guy out there and he's just, I mean, he talks like he could whoop my ass.
He talks like he can beat you up.
He's like, oh, this fucking guy sucks at everything. Like, I stayed off.
Like, I stayed off social media. I didn't check it. Listen, when I'm listening to this, the first time I'm listening to it, I'm legit thinking it's Lucas Tracy. I'm thinking he's talking about Lucas Tracy. And if you look at the comments underneath this video, right, everyone is like, oh, he's about to go off. It's about to be Joe Pyfer versus Lucas Glazy because of the old salty man Pyfer comments, which makes total sense, yeah. And again, like, I don't want to be in my ego here. I'm not just listening to interviews on Ariel Hawani assuming they're talking about Dougie's fucking corner, 2,600 subs, like a fucking nobody. This guy is a nobody. So everyone's like, it's Lucas Tracy, it's Lucas Tracy. 8:15, Lucas Tracy moment. Lucas Tracy is in salty man Joe's head. Did bro mention Lucas Tracy? Like, Lucas Tracy's a huge channel, you know what I mean? Obviously, he must be talking about Lucas Tracy, but then he talks about, you know, this guy is fat. So I'm like, oh, maybe he's talking about MMA Joey. I mean, really, there's not that many fat MMA YouTubers out there. Not really. I mean, Guru's not fat, dude. We've seen him standing up plenty now. Guru's not fat. MMA Joey is the only fat MMA YouTuber out there, right? But then he talks about this podcast that he saw and the amount of views that it got, right? Listen to this.
I like heel Joe Pyfer. This is fun.
I think it's funny, but it's just like these podcasters are the ones that actually get a reaction from me.
Oh, okay.
Because they're the ones that run their mouth. Like, I just saw yesterday, and the one guy's like, man, he's a fucking piece of shit.
Who's
Joe
talking
Pyfer.
like this? Who's talking like these aren't professional guys, right?
Well, I guess they're trying to be with 265 views. I don't fucking know. But
why are you watching videos like that?
I'm like, hang on, mate. Big Lucas Tracy doesn't get 265 views. Lucas Tracy doesn't get 265 views. So I'm like, man, he must be talking about, I don't know, No Chill. Not to shit on No Chill, but like maybe he's talking about No Chill MMA. Maybe he's talking about someone else. Because Lucas Tracy, he can release a video about a gorilla that's getting 100,000 views. You know what I'm saying? Lucas Tracy doesn't make content and it gets 260 views. So he's like locked in on this one dude that's shit talking him that is getting like 200 views. And he is like going in on this guy that's talked shit about it. He's like locked in on him. He wants to see him one day and smack him. Check this out.
Really hope I see one day. I really do, man. I would love to just bitch slap the shit.
You know his
out
name?
of him. I do know his name.
Okay.
I can show you off camera.
All right. You don't want to put him over.
Nah, I don't want to give him any. I don't want to give him any.
I saw the one guy at the pre-fight presser talking about your hair.
Oh, he was.
And here's where they get into it, right? They get into this YouTuber talking about his hair. This podcaster with 200 views who's laughing at Joe Pyfer in the hair scenario, right?
Talk crap too on him. He was like, oh, you know, I'm secure in myself. But like, he went over and got hair. Jeez. I'm like, bro, I didn't pay for it. I had Now Hair Time that paid for me and my coach. They flew us first class and they did the shit for free.
Joe?
Like, tried to talk crap too on him. He was like, oh, everybody like, that was the one thing the dude like tried to talk crap too on him. He was like, oh, you know, I'm secure in myself. But like, he went over and got hair. Jeez. I'm like, bro, I didn't pay for it. I had Now Hair.
Joe, this is where things started to click and to fall into place for me. Because I made a video on Joe Pyfer and his saltiness. It's right here on my channel. Yeah, some podcaster who's got about 200 views. 227 views. I have made that video. And in this video, mate, we get into laughing at his bloody hairline. Sorry, I listen to things on 2x speed because people just talk way too slow for me on YouTube. But we get into his hair on this video. Pyfer gets onto his hairline. And this, I love. I love a bit of humble bragging from Salty Man Pyfer. He doesn't care about the hairline. I don't care about the hairline, but goddamn does it look good. Check this out.
Fight. My first 5-round fight, so.
This is like Dougception. I never thought I'd be breaking down one of my own videos, right?
We got it, and it was a great...
That's the point, right? I don't really care. It looks thick. God, it's thick. Could have gotten a little thin. Could have gotten it a little bit thicker. I don't care, though. I don't really care.
Experience.
That is what you said, Joe Pyfer. You were like, I don't care about it, but my God, it looks thick. At least I'm not ugly anymore. What a beautiful hairline. Joe, you were glazing yourself about how good your hair looks. And this is something that you do constantly, Joe. You do this ad nauseum. where like I say the word right at the end of a lot of sentences, which pisses me off when I have to listen to my own videos back and edit them. You love to say, I don't care. Not that I care about it. But yeah, I stay up all night and Google my name into YouTube and see what comes up, and I listen to all of it. My editor has made a collage of it, and he just plays it again and again and again at the gym. Not that I care. Not that I care at all. I don't care about it at all. I've saved this guy's name on my phone. I've got his photo saved to my phone just so I can walk around the arenas after a fight night and looking at the fans. Is that you fuck? Is that you fuck? Are you Dougie's Corner? There's one there. There's an olive-skinned looking fella with dark hair. Fucking get over here, boy. This is you, Joe. Every single sentence is, I don't care. I don't care, but I go through all of it. I listen to all of it. You know, I got to interact with it. What am I meant to do?
And like keeping track of all these little fuckers that like run their mouth. Because like this one guy, I really hope I see one day. I really
Joe.
do, man. I would love to
Joe.
bitch slap the shit.
You know his name?
I do know his name.
Okay.
I can show you off camera.
All right. You don't want to put.
G'day, Joe. How you going, mate? My name's Dougie, yeah? I'll be going to a fight night one day. One day I'm going to go to a fight night. In fact, now I have made it my solemn business in life. This is my goal in life, is to now go to a pay-per-view in America or a fight night where you're on it, Joe, and just stand at the end of the, like, pay for good seats. So as you're walking out to your fight, I just want to be standing there on the side where all the fans slap hands with the fighter. I'm just going to be standing there going, G'day, Joe. G'day, you legendary cunt. It's your boy, Dougie. Remember? 260. How's the hair, mate? Looking good? Just messing with you, bro. I don't want to. Maybe you're going to have that Armin Sarukian energy. You know what I mean? Maybe you're going to have that Merab Divilashvili energy, where you're just looking around for every single Where's fucking Lucas Tracy? Where's Jesse on Fire? Where's MMA Joey? Where are those fuckers? Have any of them come out of their mum's basement? Any of them dared to come to a fight night? My chat, no. I am looking forward to going to a fight night. And now I've never been more amped to go to a fight night, Joe. I can't wait. And then when you eventually lock eyes with your nemesis, you're the one that you think about every night and part of your collage, Dougie's Corner. You run up the stairs like Merab, and I just fucking pull out a burrito. I pull out a taco. Like when a vampire's attacking someone, you pull out a silver cross. Like, no! Mexican food, Joe Pyfer. Oh my god, Joe Salty Man Pyfer, you give off the most Homelander-esque energy in the entire UFC, brother. The most Homelander, like the need to be loved, you know, and let's just keep it fun. You know what I mean? Let's just keep it fun. I actually don't mind you as a fighter. I said at the end of that video, by the way, Joe Pyfer, that I was 100% on board of the Pyfer train. I said, whether you win, whether you lose, I don't care, because every single interview that you're on, I find hilarious, and I want to see the journey continue. Just by the way, brother, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the salt mine and how you have to turn everything into an insult. Everything into a nice jacket. Yeah, they got them for everyone. Not that nice. It's not unique. I don't care what the fans say. I saw this kid. He had 50 views on his video. I texted, I bet I could fuck your mom. Oh, shit. Joe, just crank down the Homelander. I mean, you need this to be a fighter. I get it, you know, especially with the way that you fight, man. Because, you know, once you couldn't knock Kelvis and Gastelum out, it just reverted to holding out your left hand and waiting for the right. I know it was all part of the master game plan, yeah? Hit him with the right. I get it. Like, phenomenal coaching, phenomenal game planning. You know, you talked about how that was all part of the plan, you know? The plan was to just hit Kelvin Gastelum with one shot at a time. Genius level stuff, Joe. Genius level stuff. I applaud you for it. But dude, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of you being Homelander, you know, scrolling your name on every single MMA YouTube video, scrolling your name across Google. Like, you're going to watch this video. You've now confirmed that. And I love it. Thank you for the back and forth. It's great. You know, it makes it good for us, the fans. By the way, you know, to why the fans want to talk shit and get riled up and get so emotional about what you say and how you perform. It's cool being a fan of sport. Like, I don't know if you were a fan of sport in high school. Like, if your school team fought another team or played against another team, you would cheer for them and you would boo the other team. That's what it's like in sports. I know sports is a hard concept for MMA to understand, but this is a sport, and you guys, the athletes, are like little teams that we cheer for. And now, Joe Pyfer, you might want to slap me one day, but I am going to be cheering for you, brother, because this shit was 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I've never seen anyone go on the Ariel Helwani show and still turn a win into a fucking negative. Still have a crying session over getting a fucking win. What you do, Joe Pyfer, is beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. I applaud you for it, mate. Applaud you for it. But that is it. Guys, let me know down there in the comments. Do you think it was it feels like it was, but it could be someone else. It could be some other vlogger, YouTuber, podcaster with 200 views talking specifically about his hairline. Could be someone else, you know? Could be a mix of all. We could have, all of MMA YouTube, we could have become this conglomerate, this thing in his mind that every time he's just doing mitt work, he's just picturing all of MMA YouTube, all of the fans. Luckily, he doesn't care though. But guys, let me know down there in the comments. What are the chances? Give me a percentage chance that you think Joe Pyfer was talking about your boy, Dougie, or was he talking about someone else? Maybe it was a no-chill, you know, maybe it was a Frankie, who knows, maybe it was Making the Walk, you know, one of the boys, maybe it was a Brutally Honest. Let me know down there in the comments, what do you reckon? If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. I certainly enjoyed making it. This was a cracker of a video, mate. I loved making this one. So let me know about that down there in the comments. If it's your first time here, g'day and welcome. My name's Dougie. I'm Joe Pyfer's favourite MMA YouTuber, and I make it... Dude, I shouldn't make that the outro of every video. If this is your first time here, g'day and welcome. My name's Dougie, and I'm Joe Pyfer's favourite MMA YouTuber. I make a video every single day of the week, and I try and go live at least 3 times a week, so hit the subscription button and the notification bell to know when all of that happens. And if you're one of the paying members of the channel, that's right, Joe. People pay. And if you're one of the paying members of the channel, thank you so much, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys. Goodbye. Oh, Joe.